that is done. That was like really hard. Yeah, ask Sarah, or if Sarah doesn't get it to you by the time our meeting's over, I can search for it. It'll just take me a minute to search for it. Morning. So Kent was a little late today because
this one was my fault. I accept it.
I want to hear more about it, but I'm just continuing this dialogue of Kent always being late because it's become
I'll take it.
A norm here.
Today.
But it was good because he was on the indie show with Joey Vitale, who we love, so that's amazing. But we're in the office, we're getting ready to kind of plow through today, just get it all done. We have a meeting now to do all of our 2018 topics of the month. So we had our leaders submit what they would like to see for topics of the month, and our team's going to sit down and we're going to kind of go through that and brainstorm what we think the best topic should be. So from leaders and members, based on information identified in our, really what we're seeing is that more interesting conversation in person, but those guides didn't perform as well.
One is there a list of topics that we decided not to do?
Let me send you the planning doc we worked off of. It's not as pretty, but it has basically everything that we worked from in it. So if you give me 1 second.
So even if the topic, let's say, is something like social media, I love this idea of saying, okay, but what in social media is really, really hot right now? And using a couple different things. We could use the Google Analytics tool. I mean, I think that's brilliant. Really brilliant, and sets us up for long-term success because that content becomes evergreen. Once we create it on the blog about whatever given topic is really popular. It's this combination between growing the business, marketing the business effectively, and then balancing the business as you, either while you're hustling to make that happen, or once you get the growth that you've desired.
Do we know how they define marketing?
No.
Because like what we call marketing might be very different from what they think about it.
Not in a quantitative sense, but I'd be curious to hear what Kate thinks. I know what I think they think of marketing, but I'm going to pass it to you. I think there's a difference too between thinking on a high level, like what is a high level theme versus like what is a specific topic, right? So I would say I see work-life balance in a couple different things. So first and foremost, the one that sticks out obviously is December, but then also September. I would argue that the way in which we communicate systems automation and workflow, we could leverage that pain point as a reason why you need a workflow that actually makes your life easier, because time is valuable.
That's a great point.
Oh wait, you're back on the camera now.
Oh, yep, into this.
We go to lunch. I wanted to set the scene for you. We go to lunch and Kent tells us about this. First of all, this is a great story. Kent tells us about this great food truck place. It's a block away.
Oh my God.
Convinces Dan and CMO to come with us, and we go. And it's not a block away. It's actually 4 blocks away, first thing. Second thing, he brings the camera, forgets an SD card. Has the camera.
To be honest, the camera battery was also at 14%, so I can't really imagine what we could have gotten done, but...
But he filmed the whole thing on a phone. So any footage you saw of lunch and food trucks, that was on his new phone, which I have not talked a lot about yet, but it is not an iPhone, and I'm struggling with that. I'm having some...
Is it hard to text me with green text?
I don't text you as much anymore. Relationship. It's like a phone. It's like a phone friendship breakup. Like when someone goes from iPhone, iMessage to Android.
Wow.
It's a really sad day.
Sorry I had to do that to you.
Gosh. I'm super anxious right now because and I don't normally get anxious. You hear me say a lot, I'm so excited.
Yes, we hear that all the time.
All the time, with the double thumbs up. I'm anxious right now because I have the Leader Live. So I have a Facebook Live with our Rising Tide leaders.
Oh, that's today.
In an hour and a half.
Whoa.
And I'm updating them on everything that's going on. My surgery, my brain tumor, most of them don't know anything. So I'm trying to kind of share with them and let them in on what's going on and what it looks like for my surgery and my time out. And so I'm super anxious about it because this is just like, this stuff's been really hard. I speak a lot, I talk a lot. This is very different for me, and it has been very different. So yeah, so I'm anxious about that in an hour and a half. right now I'm just trying to focus on other things and keep myself distracted, which is just the best way that I can get through days like this one. And then, I mean, I know I'm not nervous that it's not going to go over well, because, I mean, how would it not? You know, it's these are people I love, and I'm sharing something and I'm opening up about it with them. I think it's more of actually saying it. It makes it more real every time I say it, you know? And so that actually, the act of like telling people means it's very real. Not that it's not already, it's a psychological thing. So I'm anxious about that.
Can I ask you how you prepare for things like that?
I don't really plan what I'm going to say verbatim, but I plan out like bullet points I don't want to forget. And sometimes I'll even say, like if it's live and it's a really sensitive subject, and not that happens a lot, but I've had maybe 3 times over the course of my life where I've had a video or a speech that was on something that wasn't like a educational topic. So it's like a little more emotional and real and happening in real time, not retrospective, like in the moment. I'll put bullets so I don't forget certain key things that I want to get across. And I'll even tell people, like I'll show them, I have bullets here, like I have notes to make sure I don't forget anything, and because I'm nervous, and I'll be honest about it. But I don't write out anything verbatim in advance. Oddly enough, I don't even really like to practice what I'm going to say, because I just would prefer to just speak, like just from the heart, like in the moment, like as I'm there, and just be honest. And I think when I prepare, it feels like a job to me. You know, it feels like I'm going to give a talk. And this isn't a talk, this is my real life. Like this is different. Key points I want to make are, I just wonder if like, I actually, hi leaders, I am going to give everyone a quick second to hop on to today's Leader Live. So I know that normally when I come on here, I have really exciting news or happy news, and you guys are familiar with seeing me in that capacity and in that context. And unfortunately today, I don't have happy news. I do have some personal news to share with you guys. So I will be having surgery in a couple of days on November 13th to remove a benign brain tumor. And I want to kind of say right off the bat that, you know, I'm going to be fine. I'm going to kick this thing's butt, and I will be back in a couple of weeks after that, after I've had time to recover and recuperate and heal. And I talk a lot, you know, if you're ever in the office, everyone here hears every single day about how excited and proud we are of you guys and the work that you're doing. And I really feel like I am the luckiest girl alive, because I've been able to be, for the past 2 years, a part of something that I am so proud of and that I can see making an impact in the world. Love you all so much, and my hope is that I will be back in the office kicking butt as we head into 2018 in early January. So I'm sending you guys all a really big hug. Thank you for tuning into this, and I can't wait for the next time I get to connect with you. So, bye guys. Oh my God. That is done. That was like really hard.
Alright.
Yeah. That was really hard. I was like twice, I was so close to just losing it. And I was like, just like don't lose it right now. Just like don't lose it.
I got a really beautiful photo. I don't know if you remember, but there's a giant brain on your computer.
I know. The irony is not lost on me. For as much of a like tough person as I can be, this stuff is really hard for me. I'm gonna call Kate. Was that okay? I did not think it was gonna be that hard. It was so much harder than I thought it would be.